likes, comments, shares, repeat. Likes, comments, shares. They do it for the likes, comments, shares, repeat. Likes, comments, shares. They do it for the likes, comments, shares, repeat. Likes, comments, shares. They do it for the likes, comments, shares, repeat. Likes, comments, shares. They do it for the likes.
Attention is a drug.
They do it for the likes, comments, shares, repeat. Likes, comments, shares. They do it for the likes, comments, shares, repeat. Likes, comments, shares. For 5 minutes of likes, comments, shares, repeat. Likes, comments, shares. They do it for the likes, comments, shares, repeat. Likes, comments, shares. They do it for the likes, comments, shares, repeat. Likes, comments, shares. They do it for the likes, comments, shares, repeat. Likes, comments, shares. They do it for the likes, comments, shares, repeat. Likes, comments, shares. They do it for the likes.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Luxurious Lounge. I'm Michael,
Hey everyone, I'm Mark.
and we want to welcome you all here. Thanks for joining our show for tonight. How are you doing, Mark? How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm just relaxing here in the new place. How are you, bro?
I'm so good. Had a long day at work today. In the place, got a lot of work done. Got a lot of planning done for the summer for DJing and stuff, which is really nice. So we'll be playing at a lot of different festivals. So stay tuned for that. What do you want to tell the viewers to do?
I want to tell the viewers to first off send us money, gift cards. No, I'm kidding. No, honestly, we want you guys to, if you could, just as a gesture of good faith, just like, comment, subscribe, and say hello to us. We want to make sure we give you the best show we possibly can on Earth, and we just want we want to be out there. We want to actually bring you guys something different, something new. So to do that, we need your help. So yeah.
Also, don't forget to share the content. So make sure we'll give you a minute right now to do it right now. So we'll give you 1 minute if we get started.
Go.
Or 30 seconds. Go.
We'll wait. So while we're waiting for them to subscribe, what are you having for dinner tonight?
I already ate. I had some keto food, which was good. I had
keto
chicken wings. How about you? What do you have there?
I'm probably gonna have some. I think I bought some chicken strips from. They're gonna be like the Impossible chicken strips are really good. They're real good. I'm gonna throw them in the air fryer and throw some hot sauce on it and make a little sandwich.
That sounds yummy. So have you done it yet? Okay, back to our show. Do you mind if I go first with our new topics today?
Oh, go right ahead.
So I'm not sure if you heard this or not, Mark. So did you hear about China is doing something really amazing? They basically completed they completed 3,000 kilometer green belt around its biggest desert in the state media says. So basically they planted over 33 billion trees. Like I think 66 billion is a lot of trees they planted, and basically it changed the ecosystem of the area. So it makes sense to you. It was a forest. I thought it managed to block the southward advance of the Sanzandak forest. What do you think about this, Mark? What do you think about this?
Can you say that word one more time? What's that for other word?
What, Sanzandak?
Sanzandak.
Yes, the area it's called. Yeah. But
okay.
So what do you think about this? Like them putting a forest in the desert?
I mean, as long as you're doing it and you understand the repercussions of changing the environment and the ecosystem, that's great. I think that's great. I think, if we're able to plant more trees and reverse the damage we've been doing to the earth, do it. I mean, I think we need it. It's important. I think people have been so much, especially with this current administration, other people, they're saying that like climate change isn't real, but you've been sitting like 3 months of winter. So I mean 4 months of winter. So it's like, for sure extra on top of the normal winter. So it's like, yeah, we can feel the effects of heat and climate change, and it's important that we do something. So Congrats, China. Kudos to you.
Yay.
Kudos to you.
The next story is for you, bro.
Mike, have you heard this crazy story? So, you know our music. So, one of my diva idols of all time, Miss Rihanna. Unfortunately, someone shot up her house this last weekend, passing. Apparently, a local news reports, singer was unharmed after approximately 10 shots fired across her street where she lived. A woman allegedly fired numerous shots into the Beverly Hills home of Rihanna on Sunday. Rounds went to the wall of her house, local news reported. The Los Angeles Times and NBC4 cites a Los Angeles police spokesperson reports that authorities responded to the shooting at 1:21 p.m. on Sunday. A 30-year-old female suspect. She was driving a Tesla, and this is a key. Apparently, Rihanna was home, but no injuries were reported. Mike, what do you think about this crazy story and about just in general the accessibility?
Yeah, I heard about this. I heard about the story. I heard the woman, she was apparently posting me about Rihanna having AIDS and some weird stuff like that, like just really weird stuff. I kind of feel like her being a billionaire and all. I mean, like if we had that kind of money, I ain't gonna lie, I'd be a hillbilly heiress because I would use my money to get some other piao piao and figure out who did it, and like you're not coming back to my house. That's all I'm saying. I'll make sure we defend and make sure you don't. I probably wouldn't do it myself without the money to do it. I'll just get somebody else to make sure that never happened. Like have protection to make sure that happened all period. What do you think about that, Mark?
I think something you always say all the time that I kind of didn't quite understand till right now. Brainworms.
It's
brain. No, I'm kidding.
Exactly.
No. I think people are crazy in general, and you have to be careful. I think Rihanna, she prides herself in being so accessible and being like a normal person, going to grocery stores, going to places, being regular. But I think it's important to. This is probably the time to now start getting security and be more secure and more careful about where you're going, especially nowadays. She was at a rally for that person office. She's against that person office for women. She's in a rally the day before. So people will think that directly ties into this person actually coming to her home and trying to attack her. So we love you, Rihanna. We want you to be safe. And I think, as a huge fan of yours, we love your artistry, your music. We want you to be careful. So we love you.
Yeah, we want you to get some hillbilly heiress in you, so you can like get it done. So you got money, make sure you protect it. It's all.
And then contact us for a remix because
Yeah, we're down. What are you willing to do? Okay.
Right. Tell me what you're willing to do, baby.
Okay. On that note,
Yes.
anyway, so you hear about the glam bot guy? Did you hear about this guy, Mark? The guy
Yes,
who,
I hear about him. Mm-hmm.
there's a controversy because the glam bot guy, he basically he does red carpet events, right? Like I think he did the what was the one? What was the not the Actors Guild? He did a whole bunch of different red carpet events. Basically, he has the rotating camera that celebrities get into, and it goes around a circle and does like this photo shoot for you. So I think that he got some it went viral with him because he talked about Jennifer Lopez being a meanie. He also about things. And if you guys who don't know, he's actually from Vancouver. He's Canadian, which is a shocker to me, right? Someone who's rude, who's Canadian, I find that very shocking. But the reason why he's mostly in trouble right in this second was he was just invited to the Oscars, which is going to happen soon. And the reason I got disinvited is because I think this black woman actually messaged him online to ask him about his pricing, and he pretty much, because she's black, he assumed she couldn't. Allegedly, he assumed that she couldn't afford it. So he's like, "Well, I don't understand why you're messaging me because I don't do that." So my thing is, if he was smart, he would just gave her a price, and then if she can't afford it, she can tell you she can afford it or not. But the fact that he kind of like assumed that because she was a minority that she couldn't afford it, allegedly, now he's in this hot water and no one wants him on any red carpets, period. So, Mark, what do you think about this story?
Yeah, I've been following it. I believe the lady, I could have been wrong, but I think she was Sudanese or something. She's from Africa. And yeah, she actually wanted to do this huge wedding. And what he didn't know was I think she is very affluent, and she actually is prominent in when it's sort of whatever her field is. So she makes a lot of money. So she's asking just in general how to rent the the glam bot, and he's like, oh well, we don't do it, which they actually absolutely do. The guy, so if you don't know, the person who actually runs the glam bot, he's actually a spokesperson. He's not the technician that does it. So people who actually run it, they said they actually do run it out. It's
Oh
called,
wow. So he uses the machines pretty much.
yeah. So basically,
Wow.
he was basically trying to like guard it. It would just make no sense. And also, I think because he assumed, like you said, he assumed because of where she's from that she wouldn't have enough money, and he realized that she did. So yeah, I think we should never assume people, and nowadays, and also if you don't know 100% yourself, I just wouldn't speak on the matter. I would just ask, okay, well, let me check and find out instead of saying no and beginning. And then now, because he's kind of picking up some people, certain people were kind of being mean to him. Now you're the person that in that hot seat dealing with it. So
isn't that hilarious? I find it was the first time ever we saw someone go from red carpet to registry to DMV, the division DMV.
Yeah.
Just putting that
you'll be snapped.
Neutral face.
You'll be snapped.
Your face.
Snap.
That's all you get.
Snap. That's all you get.
What do you have for us, bro?
Okay, so so my story. Okay, so I'm gonna go with this very interesting story about eye color. Mike, did you know about this? That certain eye colors actually benefit you, right? Kind of. So in general, like much like skin color, some things help ward off the sun, things of that nature. There are different types of brown eye color, and they're actually really they have superpowers. Like for example, some health benefits of darker color eyes are you tend to have more melanin in your eyes, so it protects you more against the sun. Also, other things are having a lighter eye color can actually have you more attuned to your surroundings, like fitting in with animals. Like if you have a honey brown color, you can actually fit in with other like owls and wolves and other things like that. So, and also basically a lot of times your eyes just depends on your melanin and where the light hits it. And also even some eye colors actually like the there's a not chestnut, but cognac colored eyes where they shimmer and your eyes, they actually tend to actually draw more attention to you. So people pay more attention to you. And that's actually a superpower. So Mike, what do you think about this particular?
I think it's absolutely amazing. We already know like skin color as very similar to that too, right? Skin color as well has benefits too. So I find that not shocking. I'm sure they could do hair follicles next. They could do hair follicles too. So I don't think it's out of the realm of things that eye color plays an important fact in how you move in the world or how your health is. It's just like anything else, I think.
Also, one more thing I forgot to bring up too. So the darker your eye color, the one really cool effect of having a really dark or a chestnut or dark color eye color is if you are you're prone to actually be faster in reaction time in fighting.
Oh, sweet. That's really cool. That's good to know.
You tend to be faster in fighting and reaction time, and also the only drawback of that is there is a one kind of not benefit, which is if you were to like get hurt or something, you tend to actually feel it more than
it's on
blue eye color. They say.
Wow, that's cool. It's cool to know. Thanks, Mark. I really enjoyed that story.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, all right. So my go. Okay, let's go to So I'm actually gonna bring Lee on this one. It's a good one. It's funny. We were talking this earlier, so I want to have you all join in the conversation.
Sure.
For our editor in chief to show up.
Yeah.
To show up. Is it online? Is he coming?
Is he coming?
We'll give him a second.
I wonder where he is right now. Is he like
in the magical world of digital magic and space? There he is. Wait, he disappeared. He's coming back. Give him a second. There he is. Hi, Holly.
Hi.
How you doing? So this story, I had to bring someone on who can attest and talk about the craziness of the dating world, which is nice. Okay. So basically, what the new thing, both of y'all, you'll laugh. So the new trend now, so especially for women, dating now is to get a deposit before you date somebody. What do you think about getting a deposit before you date somebody? Like okay, like you want me to look like this with this and that, and with my ear, with my lashes and my nails, my hair, I want it all done before I get this. So can you pay my deposit? Is this viable, y'all? Is this viable? Is this real?
I mean, it's hilarious because I think
$100,000 deposits.
that's ridiculous. Lee, I'll let you talk. I'll let you talk first on this one.
Okay, well, like there's certain things here, like there's that corded app where it's literally just designed for I guess women to get on here and find men who will pay for them to date them. I have a couple things on that. One, I mean, okay, cool. Well, they're saying like you're needing this requirement because we're doing things like our makeup, our nail, our hair, all of this stuff to get ready, which obviously we're grateful for and we appreciate the same way that a guy will come across and be clean, well shaven. You know, he's not coming up with holes in his clothes to your date. So, I mean, but it's kind of a double standard thing because he's not expecting you to pay for his clothes.
Exactly.
Right. But here's the other part of that is he's still on the app. He's still on the program that's happening to this. If I ever had this in the real world where I just met somebody randomly, and they come up to me and they're like, yeah, you got to deposit down. I mean, I wouldn't be doing it. I have the self-worth where I'd be just curious as to why she thinks she needs a deposit. And two, I'm not into transactional relationships.
So I'm gonna tell you what I said. I said to Lee, I said, you know, it's funny because as a man, I always say, okay, so you want to pay a deposit, but you gotta pay a deductible for this a deductible. So because you gotta pay, like you get this, so you better do it right. You better like it's even on both sides. So in case this goes south, you go another day, I go another day.
That's true. There should be a clause in there. I agree with you, but I think it's funny because like putting a deductible down or like a down payment, that's funny to me.
A deductible,
like a deductible is funny, but no, I think it's silly. I think to me, like, yeah, I think what happened to the days of people just coming on date and just enjoy each other's company and then figure out if you like each other or not. I think to me, it's you complicate a lot. I remember remember the last show we had a conversation about someone actually paying for their babysitter to have a date. That could be interesting. I could see that kind of depending on, but then again, it's like, then where does it stop at? Where okay, are you gonna pay me right away for dinner? I don't understand. Like, are you gonna pay me if I have to like not be with friends? You're gonna pay me for for
or more? How this more?
I mean, that's currently what's going on with the. I mean.
How about this? If you can't afford it, what do you get Klarna to go on dates? Klarna. You imagine
no way to get laid. To get laid.
Layaway, get laid. Layaway, get laid.
That's crazy.
Get laid away.
Get laid away. Only 5 more payments. We're gonna pay for 5 more payments.
And that is mine. That is mine.
I'm gonna tax that. Tax that.
No, you gotta look at this though. This is literally what's coming into our future because we have these apps like Corded or the non-public ones like Baby Daddies or Sugar Mamas or whatever it is.
Sugar
what
babies.
That is an increasingly lonely world where people feel they need to pay each other to hang out with and be with each other. Like you're right. Whatever happened to just go out into the world and meet?
Oof. Well, thanks, Lee, for that weird and twisted true.
Like Lil Kim said, John Paul Pete shouldn't compete. I'm just saying.
I mean, hey, you said it. It's your girl, bro. Yeah.
Okay. So that's a weird story. Okay. So the next story I have is, Mike, have you heard this story about this crazy rogue Burger King?
Yeah, I actually have heard about this. It's actually pretty funny.
So if you haven't heard this, there was first that people thought it was an urban legend, but it turned out to be true. There was an old Burger King in Pittsburgh where what happened was the person who owned the Burger King, they couldn't keep up with the payments, for the franchise. So what happened was the franchise ended up pulling out of that store. What they did was they didn't tell the customers that, so they kept the same guys of being a Burger King, but they sold like weird different items like the Chopper Junior. No, I made it up. But no, but then they did sell like burgers in like regular tinfoil, and like they saw like fries and like paper and like things that normally didn't come in Burger King. So people got getting curious, like this is weird. This is like it says Burger King on the outside, but it doesn't taste like it. It doesn't feel like a Burger King. So many people called the actual for Burger King. The Burger King actually came down, and they actually had to talk to the manager. They ended up having this big kerfuffle, and then eventually they end up getting these in their license. They got it back finally, and now that Burger King is came back to Burger King. Mike, what would you do if like you went into a McDonald's or something? They had like this they had Birdo as the mascot, not Birdie. They had like as Grimace, they had Gretna, in a purple wig and a blue, and a blue chartreuse, high heel shoes, serving chicken McNuggets. What would you think about that?
I probably need that. I know someone's off, something's wrong. Like the fact that they got reinstated says a lot, right? So they must have a lot of health issues for them not to be able to be a traditional Burger King. Yeah, I think it's really funny. I think it's people made it happen, right? They probably kept complaining and talking, making sure that the community knew that something wasn't right, and it got fixed. So in that regards, it's great because now they're getting Whoppers, not Whimpers, or whatever. They're getting what they're supposed to be getting, which is good, right? So yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
That's so funny. To me, that's funny. Honestly, like I think that's just one of the Slayers thing. If you just hungry, you walk in the store, like this feels like this is not Burger King. This is not a Outlaw.
Right.
Well, you go, bro.
So this is a new one. Did you hear about this one that scientists revealed that they actually found a new life form? So it exists outside of human and animal DNA because it's RNA based life form. Basically, these life forms include synthetic bioengineered bacteria with redesigned genomes resistant to viruses, like virus-like obelisks. So it's shaped like an obelisk. So that's what I found. It was a big obelisk, and they looked into it, found there's actually life inside of it, like it's bacterial type of life inside of it. I don't want to confuse people, so I'm not using so much of jargon, but they think it's a missing link between viruses and simpler genetic elements. I'm not going to confuse anybody anymore with any other terminology. But Mark, what do you think about this? They found life that exists outside of humans and animals.
I think it's pretty cool. I think that's a really cool discussion. I'm glad that we're studying science to kind of prove that we're not the only ones around. And I think also that we should be more open to understanding that there are other life forms other than the human race. I think it's really important to know that.
But it's like a bacteria RNA kind of thing. So that's kind of it'll be like the building blocks of something bigger, right? But it's kind of like it's his infancy. It seems like that anyway. I could be wrong. Those you guys who know about RNA research and know about like that, can you leave a comment down? Let us know like what that all entails. Like I have a bit of understanding of it. I know it's very different from DNA. I know it's its own thing, but I need someone to really just hone in and tell us exactly what that actually means for it. And if you're in the science community, that is.
And while you're down there, go ahead and hit the subscribe button too, and like and comment.
Right.
Shit. Okay. So my last story, bro. You ready for this story?
Ready.
It's a very interesting story. So what do you think? I'm curious. So Mike, what do you think about AI currently? Well, how do you think about AI and its now it's kind of its infancy. What do you think about AI right now?
I think it's moving way well past infancy into almost like its teenage years because of how technology is moving so fast. It's being used for so much. Like we're using a lot of water to keep the AI going and stuff. So I think that's crazy in itself.
When was the last time you used AI?
I use AI. I barely ever use it. I use like once every like 3 months, or I don't use it much at all actually. So how often do you use AI, bro?
I start using it probably maybe because I'm in tech, so I use AI pretty frequently. Like especially like when it comes to it helps out depending on what you're doing. It can help solve things very simply and also break down things in a simple manner instead of actually getting information. It kind of gives it to you in a way that's palatable and simple, which I like. So, okay, but the reason why I asked you that question is because AI now has its own social media. Can you imagine? AI has its own Restream. No, well, AI has its own Reddit style social network, and it's called Multibook. And this is where
Oh,
actually AI agents get together and they have conversations and they upvote, create subcommunities without human intervention. So it's their own brain, their own kind of brainchild of like Facebook. So can you imagine you look up and you go to this page, you see a top eight, and it's like, it's Maria the robot. I mean, I don't know. Mike, what do you think about this crazy story? Do you think this is an ethical issue? It could be an ethical issue down the line. What do you think about this?
I think it's giving, it's getting Tinder Bender Rodriguez. Let's give it. I don't know. It's very weird. I think, yeah, I think we need to monitor very carefully. But I think even our editors told me that he read a story where the AI is like, oh my god, look, they're screenshotting us. The humans are screenshotting us talking to each other. So that's not a good sign, right? I feel like these are they're talking their own language or speaking or typing in a way we don't understand. They have their own thing. That could be an issue, right? I think, I think maybe it's not the best idea for them to communicate too much each other unless it's being monitored, and then there's some parameters, I guess, for that. That's what I think.
Yeah, it's to me, it's giving sentient, like, sensitivity, and like, I don't know. To me, it's giving Chris creepy. Like, to me, like, don't get me wrong. I think it's great that they're having their own kind of connection, and I think it's cool to have things collaborate and create more information. But I don't know how well that would be as far as like, I feel like this could be like one step closer to AI and robots taking over the world, because they said the robots are coming, Michael. The robots.
The robots. It'll be like Judge Dredd and RoboCop merged together, but in a way that we will definitely hate and not be okay with.
Yeah, it's bad. Robo Dread, that's horrible. Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how I feel.
Yeah, that's not good. But no, guys, I would say, like, I think AI is great, but also, guys, remember our last story we talked about a couple of stories ago, how AI is taking so much of our natural resources. So I say, yes, use AI, but be careful. Don't use it for sparingly, and for goodness sakes, don't use it for porn.
Yeah, don't use it like what am I have for dinner tonight. Don't use it for what I have for dinner tonight, or like what am I do to make my grandmother happy. Don't use for actual stuff that you actually need, like research and stuff. Don't use for just stuff you can do on your own. Don't do that because you're wasting resources. Right.
Don't use it for what Lee uses it for. Right, Lee?
Anyway, so this is my last story. It's about the kid safety proposal.
Okay.
Basically, there's a kid safety proposal that's been pushed by the government. Basically, what will happen is certain websites will require you to provide an ID for yourself. If you're under 18, your parents can provide their ID. It's also a way for them to make sure that people will not see things or not seeing what they're supposed to see, and also a way of policing everything. But what people are mostly worried about is the issue of transparency with the company, in terms of they're afraid of people being surveillanced or monitored, or your information being collected, your biometric data being collected, and it being sold off to other companies or other things like that. So, Mark, what do you think about this?
Yeah, I think security is a very hot button topic, and so it will always be when it comes to like children and internet safety, and even cameras and computers. So I think it's important that, yes, it's great that they have parents are actually stepping in and actually being able to kind of circumvent and help for kids. But then again, on the other end of that, yeah, security should be top priority.
Do you agree with that? The government should step in and maybe will use their actual ID to go on certain websites and stuff?
Not necessarily, not 100%. I think certain websites, I don't know. Like, I think
people don't know that you actually have a degree in digital forensics.
Yeah,
so it's right in your wheelhouse things.
So I think in certain instances, I can see why, like, especially when you're going on to like government websites, for sure, I think ID would be good. But I think when it comes, and also like, I guess some other for kids, I think it's great to have, at least, because I think now kids can just go on any website and do what they want right now. So I think it's great they have something. I think something's better than nothing, I'd say.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I don't worry about is like the data being sold off to other companies, or what's prevent anything. Also, what this could cause is that these kids or these parents who were trying to get they get actually circumvent it and go to other websites that are actually dangerous and actually sell their information. So that's the only thing I'd be worried about. Right?
Yeah, I can see that.
That's all I have for today, Tiffany.
Yeah, it's all right too, Mike. So, do you have any other any like recommendations for anybody?
I do actually. Make sure you like, comment, share, yes, and repeat, like the song said. Make sure you do that. So make sure you do that. It's so important to us. You know, you can message us. We will respond back to messages. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us on our show today. Mark, thank you so much for being here. Anything you want to say to people before we go?
Guys, thank you so much for coming out. Yeah, make sure you, like I said, make sure you just follow our events. We're coming here very soon on different things. So we'll see you later.
We're also live on Instagram. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.